Passionate about music.
Paloma Faith, lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you.
It's really good to see you actually, because I was very jealous of Neil and Debbie on the Breakfast Show last time.
I'm sitting here reading an article about Jessie J.
I love it. And you've just
really
got back from the
good.
States as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
How was it over there? Because they love you over there, don't they?
I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me that. Is that what it seems like?
Yeah, they do. They
How
really
do
do
you
love
know
you.
that?
Well, we all do anyway, but in the States I think they really get you over there, don't they?
I don't know. Like, people keep saying this to me, and I still feel like I've got a lot to prove.
Do you really? Maybe
Yeah.
that's a good thing though.
Maybe
It's a
it
challenge,
is.
isn't it?
Possibly.
Because America, I'd imagine it's quite difficult to break, isn't it?
Mm.
Because obviously the Billboard chart's massive over there, and
Yeah.
it's a big place too.
Huge.
But you love it though, yeah?
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm enjoying the challenge.
And I've got to say, some artists burn and fade. You seem to have blossomed, I think. Loved the other album you did as well, but the new album is really good. And it's also spawned your most successful single to date as well, which was Picking Up the Pieces.
Yeah, I know.
Which is brilliant, number 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the album's the most successful album to date too.
That's
Number
great.
2!
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you really
it's
happy with it?
exciting. Yeah, and I just found out from, I think they just announced like the top 10 best-selling albums of 2012, and I was number 9,
Oh my
which
God.
I was shocked, and that's including international artists. So
That's
thank you to everyone who bought that.
Yeah, well, it's quite rewarding, isn't it? Makes the job a bit more worthwhile, doesn't
It's
it?
wonderful.
What was the album like to do compared to the last one? Was it fun?
Yeah, I think I had a lot more creative control, and I really was part of it. Like, the last one obviously was sort of produced by so many different people that I couldn't be in all those studios at one time, and I wasn't entirely happy with some of the productions on it. Whereas this one, I was just in the room day in, day out, making sure that it was exactly right, like alongside Nelly Hooper and Jake Gosling, who produced it together. And I think that overall I'm just completely and utterly pleased with it.
It's quite a heartbreaking record, though, isn't it? Lyrically, there's a lot of pain there.
There's a lot of pain in
There's
life.
a lot of pain. Oh, no, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. I don't know, it's
It must
kind
be
of
quite
funny.
therapeutic.
People sort of say to me, oh, your songs are so miserable, but you're so funny and blah, blah, blah. But I think I've sort of said it in Picking Up the Pieces when I say I play the clown to cover up all these doubts. Like, it's obvious I'm acknowledging that I am a bit of a lark.
Now, you love to dress up. The thing I love about you is that you always look fabulous. You like a bit of glamour. And you've got that background as well, haven't
Quite
you? You've
simple today, aren't I?
got simple.
I think, my pleather shirt.
I'd hate to see what you call glamorous, like really glamorous. I said to Lynn back there, I said, you look fabulous today.
Oh, thank you.
Really good. But you have got a really distinctive style. That's obviously important to you. I mean, you were quoted as saying that you look like a drag queen, or you like to look like a drag queen because you love to dress up, which I think is fabulous.
Yeah, and I usually say tranny, and in America, when you say tranny, they get really offended. Did you know that?
I guess so, yeah, because it's
In the
more
UK,
so over
like,
here
everyone's like,
than over here.
to me, the trannies love you, Paloma! That's all sort of self-proclaimed. But over there, you say it, and everyone sort of looks down at the floor. Like, did I say something wrong?
But you probably wouldn't change that, though, because that's how we say it over here, don't
Yeah. Can't help ourselves, can we?
we? Yeah.
Tranny and proud.
You got a very interesting background as well, because you used to be a magician's assistant, which I love.
Mm.
You must have a few horror stories there. Was there any drama when you did that job? Like cutting people up in half accidentally, like really doing it
Well,
genuinely?
I was always the victim.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
I've always been quite sort of slick in that sense. Had a successful magician's assistant career.
There's a great story also about you getting a bit annoyed by an A&R guy who was
Yeah.
scouting you because he had his mobile phone on and you were like, turn it off!
Yeah, I told him if he had anything to do with my career, I'd rather sing in pubs for the rest of my life. But then 9 months later, he wrote me an apology and I ended up signing to him, and he's still my publisher. So,
I think it's good to be a bit bolshy, isn't it? It
well,
pays
he
off.
liked it. He said he couldn't stop thinking, and it'd been years since he'd met a music artist with balls. So
there you go.
you heard it here first. Tucked neatly away.
I don't even get that. You were also quoted once as saying that you wanted to sing in the gay area at Glastonbury last year. Well, in the gay area as well, obviously, but I think that's great. Well, did that actually happen?
Well, I know some of the people who organised it, so we did do like a little sort of round the Joanna situation, but it was very small. So yes, it did happen.
Brilliant. Glastonbury's great as well.
Loved it.
Gets a bit hot and humid and a bit sticky.
I'm not playing that this year though, I don't think.
You're doing a lot of festivals, aren't you, next year?
Yeah, Tea in the Park has been announced, and I've got an arena tour, which I'm really excited. I hope that everyone listening will come in June, because that's a real first for me, and I need bums on seats, quite frankly.
Or bums out of seats, because they should be dancing as well. I mean, a lot of your stuff you can't dance to, obviously. Bum shaking. Get that derriere well and truly wobbling. In some cases, my case, probably.
And mine.
I doubt it.
Oh, it does, believe.
We've moved on to the subject of your bum.
The beauty of Photoshop.
We'll come back to that. You got Rihanna fans in a bit heated as well when you spoke about Rihanna.
Having not read The Female Eunuch.
Yeah. It's like feminism went out the window.
Yes, they got a bit bubbly, didn't they?
They do though on Twitter, don't they? I think.
Well, everyone on Twitter
happen.
sort of feels like they can say whatever they want and nobody's got feelings. But
get a bit protective.
I was just concerned because I felt like it was very much sort of geared towards the sort of heterosexual macho male gaze, that video. And I think she's a beautiful girl, and I just found it slightly concerning.
She was eating a banana in it as well.
She was deep-throating a banana.
I like the way I say eating and you say deep-throating. She was eating it, wasn't she? You filmed a GAY back in the summer.
Yes.
And I've got to actually confess something, because I have this urge whenever I see guys in, well, hot pants and covered in glitter paint.
Yeah.
I always get the urge to grab their bums. So we're on to the subject of bums again. Did you get the urge to grab their...
I did, but I had to do it from afar because I wasn't, like, able to walk round the venue, so I just had to admire them from afar.
That must have been frustrating.
There were some very peachy bums there.
They were hot, those guys. That must be a bonus.
Oh, the guys on stage with me? I thought you meant in the audience.
Oh, were you checking out them as well?
Yeah, those guys on the audience, on stage with me, just a couple of friends, and I have felt their bums. And actually, they both screamed. I've shared a bed with one of them, and he just, like, hates me touching him. He's like, no, you're a girl, get off!
But you're Paloma. Do you have any weird rituals on tour? What are you like on tour? Are you, can you be demanding? Are you?
No, I'm not. I think I'm pretty zen on tour. I like the routine of it, kind of getting up, doing the same thing every day, trying to keep not to put all my energy into anything other than the show, really, and it becomes quite kind of zen-like.
Because a lot of people hate that, the routine.
I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
Kind of, you need that.
Yeah.
To work.
I enjoy it.
What about the video for the Out for Marriage campaign, which we totally applaud you getting involved in?
Merci
that.
beaucoup.
That's a fantastic thing to do, because I think I mentioned the same to Kesha actually, because she was speaking about the whole gay marriage thing, and she married a couple of lesbian friends of hers, and I think it holds a lot of weight. I think pop stars who have they have a lot of weight behind that.
Yeah. That
whole issue.
Well, it's just like ridiculous that people can't make their own decisions for their own lives, just full stop, regardless of anything else. I just think we're all entitled, as long as it's two consenting adults, to do what we want.
And it's a very positive thing as well, isn't it? And I can't understand why so many people have got such an issue with it.
I mean, as a heterosexual female, I hate the idea of getting married, but I've been to a few gay weddings and I think they're much more exciting than heterosexual ones. So bring it on.
Jazz hands. We've got a few things in common. You like to cuddle big, berry, hairy, bearded men. Is
Are you
that,
into bears?
Yeah.
You're a bear lover.
I'm a bear lover.
So am
I wouldn't say
I.
I'm a bear. I've got the
You're
beard,
like an
but
otter, aren't you?
maybe. There are so many
Things.
tags, aren't there, for berry types, cubs, otters.
I think you're not a cub. You're not fat enough.
Oh, you're obviously
You're not. I'm having a look.
trying to hide now.
I love bears.
What is it about bears?
I know a group of bears called Bearlesque that are like a cabaret.
Yeah, I know Dan. Well, Dan that used to be in Burlesque.
Yeah, and
Justin.
Simon. I love them. The bears.
How did you meet those guys?
Because I used to be a cabaret performer, so I've
Of course.
been on the bill with them a few times, and then just stayed in touch, really.
There's a great lyric on the new album, which also I've got to say, Fall to Grace, fantastic title as well.
Thank
because
you.
it's got different spin on it, isn't it?
Mm.
It's a positive spin on Fall from Grace.
Yes, I'm trying to be hopeful.
That's brilliant.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. But like we said, the lyrics of some of the songs are very powerful. It's heartbreaking stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that the people who you're writing about know? Or do you
I know
that
they
they
know.
you know that they know?
Mm.
Are they they must be flattered by that.
I think so, yeah. And like I often find it like weird as well, like when I meet guys now, if they start sort of like liking me, they're like, maybe one day you'll write a song with me in it. And I'm just like, well, at this point I don't feel very inspired.
You gotta be honest.
Yeah. Play your cards right.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great lyric on Black and Blue, which is, I know people who use chat rooms as confessionals, which I think a lot of people on Gaydar, obviously, that use chat rooms could probably... Grindr.
They're
all of them.
confessing a hell of a lot of
There are so many now online facilities to actually do that and get it off your chest. That's a great lyric.
They're getting a lot on their chest on Grindr, don't you?
Well, yeah. Probably best not to get into too much detail there. Did that come from a gay man? Because that is the sort of thing that a gay man would say, I think.
I am one trapped inside a
Oh,
girl.
oh, okay. I've met a lot of people that have said that. Kesha said exactly the same.
She's just trying to butter up fans. I'm not. I'm real.
Oh, do you think? Because a lot of people have said that.
I'm joking.
No, people have said that about certain people. That I mean, Lady Gaga's obviously famous for it, for supporting the gays.
But I think she genuinely does feel an affinity with the gays.
Yeah. Some pop stars, some other pop stars seem to be doing it. Maybe it's just because they are passionate about it.
Maybe just people like who likes them.
True. That's good. The new single, Just Be, we've got to talk about this.
Yeah.
And we've got to talk about the video of you looking, well,
Very
nude. Very naked at the end. Completely stripped off.
Yeah.
Revealing your fabulous tattoo on your back as well.
Mm.
That's beautifully done.
Can I turn you with it?
Well, you might have done already. That's my secret revealed. Slightly embarrassing. That's a great video.
Thank you.
Great song.
I wrote this song, love song, because I wanted to write a love song sort of about real relationships in a modern age that was a bit more honest than sort of over sentimentalised ones that just tend to make me feel like I'm not capable of loving properly. So I decided to write one to reassure everyone that it is real love even when you find somebody irritating. And I just felt like it was the most vulnerable I'd ever been writing a song, not just because of the lyrics, but also because it's like just me and a piano. So I thought I'd just be naked, because that was the most vulnerable I could see myself, really. And it was pretty scary doing that on the day, like standing naked to get into that position in front of everyone and being like, ugh.
Are you glad you did it though, in hindsight, looking back?
Yeah.
Because it came out brilliantly, didn't it?
I am glad that I did it, and I find it weird that they called it explicit content at the beginning. Like, nudity being explicit is strange, very 50s attitude.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a lot less explicit than quite a lot of pop videos with clothes on.
I would agree with that.
Including that Rihanna one.
I must admit, when I saw that and I saw the video, I was kind of expecting it to be explicit.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
It wasn't at all. It was...
I know, my mum was like, I'd want my kids to watch that so that
Yeah.
they got a good kind of realistic idea of like what's pure and lovely about life and stuff.
It's a funny old game, isn't it?
Yeah, weird.
Paloma, it's
People are
fantastic.
very prudish, aren't they?
They are very prudish.
Hence why they don't want to allow gay marriage.
Absolutely. What a nice way to finish. Paloma, it's fantastic to see you.
Really nice to see you.
And a fantastic album that you've brought out as well. Good luck
Thank
in
you.
America.
Thanks to everyone listening who's bought the album. I really appreciate it.
Good luck on tour next year as well. We'll see you there.
See you there.
Thank you.
Passionate about music.